Slum, what is good with you, brother?
What up, though?
I'm
excited, man.
So what's been going down there in the Mac?
Just a whole lot of work, man. Actually, there's a lot of things going on in Macon, man. The film industry is bubbling down there, the independent film industry, and I've been blessed to be a part of that. Yeah, well, me is always the music, man. That's my first love, so I can't get away from it no matter how much I try.
So we hold on, let's see. Try to open up my phone here, acting like a 90-year-old man.
Hey, this is dope, man. I like the aesthetic,
like
man. The grown man aesthetic, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing that we really try to promote down here at the Cigar Bank, man, which is located. I'm trying to find it because I'm always messing up. Because every time I say the address, I want to say Alicia Keys. That's how I try to remember the address. But it's we're here at. All right, So we're here at 19 Keys Ferry Suite, McDonough, Georgia, Cigar Bank. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
So
Yes,
this
sir.
is, you know
Real
what?
player.
It's funny about this area is that it's getting to the point to where you're having more black vendors and black businesses down here because we have this spot, we have 1942 Social, and then we just opened. Well, the spot across the street just opened up as a black-owned restaurant called Pandora. At the
Yeah,
Square.
man. I like it.
So it's a lot of newer like vibes and stuff coming on down here. This was to me the first one that started up, you know, and like as you saw when you first come in, it's that brick, that player vibe, that whole aesthetics
just grown man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you gotta be. I feel like I'm underdressed for this spot, man.
No, we have a lot of people, man. I've seen guys in here with t-shirts,
Sneakers,
flip-flops.
I feel like I need my hard bottoms on for this spot, man.
Well, you know, when we have like certain events and stuff like that, definitely you want to.
That is the vibe.
Yeah, that's the vibe right there. But I mean, I've seen people come in here with, you know, just loose, just relax, just chilling, you know, that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing like, you know, I've heard of some cigar spots where like you have to, like it's one called the red phone booth or something like that down in Buckhead. They got two of them where you have to have like a jacket, and if you don't have a jacket, then they give you a jacket.
They give you one.
Yeah. And so, you know, and then you have other spots that are pretty upscale and stuff like that. But, you know, they for the most part, man, a lot of lounges are real laid back, you know. And then you can go on YouTube and find a lot of content from people talking about like how to, like the proper etiquette when you go to a cigar lounge.
Bar, yeah.
You know what I mean? And, you know, and as well, along with all of the how to you know, light your cigar and smoke it and all those different kind of things. So it's plenty of content out there. If you want to get into cigar smoking, it's plenty of content out there that can help you out with learning how to do that. So, but for this one, you know, finding out that you are not that much of a cigar smoker. And so
shout out Miss Abigail for putting me on game, man.
Yeah, so give me a cigar story, man. Like, so when you had your first situation with a cigar, what was it like?
I mean, other than like the stuff here in the States, right? I done did I don't really consider those cigars. I done did the Sherbitis, I done did the Black and Milds, but that's not cigars to me.
No, that's
right. So my first real cigar experience was we got some cigars from the Dominican Republic. Got back home, lit that bad boy up. Nobody told me I was not supposed to inhale. I was not supposed to inhale, and I did, man. And I almost coughed my lungs out, and I hadn't tried it again since. But I'm back on turf with.
How long ago was that?
Maybe 2018, 19, something like that.
Okay. So you're one of those, I tried it, it wasn't for me, or you had a bad experience, so you ain't gonna go back to it right now.
No. I just hadn't been in the element to do it. But, you know, hey, I'm open to it. This is real grown man vibe, so I can get accustomed to it.
Right. So,
to mellow you out.
So did anybody give you any etiquette on like how to light a cigar or anything like that, or?
No, you had to have you can't have a regular lighter though. I know that.
So either butane or like I'm not a professional cigar smoker.
Yeah.
I'm again, the show's called The Cigarist, which means I just like to have conversations while smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my thing. But they are cigar sommeliers.
Yeah.
They're just like wine. There are people out there that know how to break
it's
down
super bougie, the taste and where it comes from. Mm-hmm.
Break it down to different notes, all of the wrappers and the fillers and all that kind of stuff, which I am learning, but it's taking a while to get to that point. But that's definitely something that it's an art to it. What I found out, it really is an art to it, like how you light it. And even how you smoke it. Again, it's not a cigarette. It's not a blunt. It's not weed. It's not for the lungs. It's
you
more
just hold
so.
It.
Well, it's like it's more so for the senses. That's really all it is. You're really just trying to taste it. You're not trying to
educate
smoke
me, brother. Yeah.
Yeah. And so from what I know so far, that's pretty much all it is. You're really just trying to taste it, and you're trying to get as much of the taste and the flavor and the head high as you possibly can. That's what I get when I smoke. Okay. And so so anybody that's like interested in smoking cigars, from what I know so far, that's pretty much what I just tell them.
So for me it's one time smoking a cigar. Both of my grandfathers used to smoke the pipes. Mm-hmm. So I seen them do
Which
that.
we sell pipes here too.
Yeah, I seen them do that. That was never my thing. So I tried a cigar once, tried to smoke a cigarette once, same experience. I was like 15, trying to be cool and almost coughed my lungs out. Never again. But I'm back on turf again with you, so you can educate me on how to properly do this thing, man.
So I'm gonna light mine. So you still got your wrapper around yours, and
I did.
You smoking a tobacco.
A tobacco. Okay.
Yeah, tobacco special. So that one right there is more of a coffee. I want to say more of a mocha type flavor.
Okay, I can deal with that.
So when you taste that, you'll definitely taste the tip around it, and you'll see like, oh, okay, this is like a really sweet taste. And then the kickback from it, what I call the kickback, is like a lot of people get like a really strong head high, or like when they're smoking like a really strong bold cigar. You're not gonna have so much of that one because that's more.
I ain't gonna pass out them.
No. Because see, there are some out there that are really strong. That give you like a really strong head high, like a really strong.
Have me dizzy.
Have you dizzy, especially when you haven't smoked a cigar and you get a strong one. It knocks you out. And then I've heard a lot of people, again, not just from the inhaling in the lungs, but just from smoking it all together, it turns them off because it's too strong for them to take it. So
get me right.
You still have to wrap it around the tip though.
So I need to take that off.
Yeah, you need to take that off.
Okay, around the tip. Okay.
Yeah. So the front cut of yours, right? And this is nothing specific about that one.
Okay.
It's just like a fashion sense that they did with that.
Okay.
And that's what that is right there. So usually when you light up a cigar, you don't want to hold the flame up directly to it. Yeah.
Circular motion.
Right. Most people do that right there. And what I learned recently is that a lot of times you want to just kind of let it breathe a little bit as well.
Before you toke it.
Yeah. I got this one right here. Yeah. Let it breathe. Because see, a lot of times I know when I get like a cigar and I toke it right as I'm lighting it, I get all that smoke and inhale and stuff like that in there. And I don't like the smell of that. I don't like the taste of that.
So torch, circular motion, maybe once, maybe twice, let it breathe.
Well,
and then set it on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, look, y'all, don't y'all judge me. Again, I'm admitting I'm not a cigar smoker.
Right.
All right.
Don't try to steal my lighter either.
No, man.
So click it on the back. So
click on the back. Okay. Right here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, take your time, slow it down. Yeah. Because you want the heat to burn it up, not the flame.
Right.
And you just wait one, where them fans at kind of thing.
Where them fans at?
So you started off, you're from Macon, Georgia.
Yep. Born and raised.
You found the love becoming a rapper. You love hip hop, and you became a rapper. And give me the beginning of that story.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Am I there?
No, you didn't do it because nothing lit up.
Oh man.
So soak it in. Soak it in. Yep. Yep. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm in the game now.
You're in the game.
Okay.
And again, just don't inhale in the lungs.
Yeah, for sure.
More so.
Okay, I can taste what you're saying.
Through the nose, yeah.
Okay. Hopefully I'm doing this right. But anyway, my first love was gospel music, man.
Okay.
My grandmother was heavy into the church. She was in the church choir. So she naturally, that's who I would be with when my mama was working. So she put me in the kids choir. So I'm like 3-4 years old, coming up in gospel and starting to lead songs in gospel. So actually I started out singing first. Then writing poetry, then that kind of morphed into the rap thing, and then now full circle we tapping back into the singing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a short version of it. Yeah.
So when you as a rapper, like give me that journey of from Macon, Georgia. What was the music scene like? Trying to build a career in
So I was on the heels of the whole Mud Hole GHWP movement. Just when the scene was really burgeoning in the city, we were kind of a major factor in that moving around. We were the first ones to have like an official DJ drama Gangsta Grills mixtape. The Mud Hole Gangsta Grills. That's a classic. Still people reference that to this day. All these years later, it's like a cult classic, underground classic. So most of my dealings have been like in the underground scene. I did have a major avenue with and I don't like to talk about it, but we here. I'm with you, so right. Yeah. I had a stint with CTE, which was Corporate Thugs Entertainment, which was the label of Young Jeezy and Kinky B at the time. So that whole era, that whole like BMF era, the whole CTE movement, I was in the mix of that as well.
Okay.
That kind of fizzled out. Of course, the label heads had their issues. Everybody went their separate ways, and I kind of went back to the underground. Went back to what I know, and just start utilizing the relationships I built while I was in the mix of that whole major label outfit, and just kind of utilizing those new mixtapes. And you know, I made some connections out west. Made some connections with some DJs, did a few mixtapes, and then eventually doing my own like independent projects, and
right.
That's been pretty much the ride since then.
So, also you're famously known for the Undergrounds, or is it?
What's that?
The group.
The Underland.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's part of the whole movement too. So,
okay.
Yeah, man, I didn't know how long. You know, is this long form? You got enough time for us to go into it? Yeah. So, okay. So, shout out to Wolf. Shout out to 6'4". We started a group, man. We were like kids, man. We were recording on 2 radios, rapping over instrumentals. Then that went from that to doing talent shows. Me, Wolf, and at the time Super K. Shout out to Super K. Then Super K kind of, you know, he loved the art form, but he wasn't really into it as much as myself and Wolf were. So then Super K kind of rotated out, and it became me, Wolf, and 6'4". So it was like really like sandbox. All of us was kids growing up playing football together, fighting. You know, we were really sandbox friends and family too. So it runs deep in Bloomfield. Yeah, and we a big homie of ours in the neighborhood, shout out Bad Boy, saw potential in us and decided to invest some money into us, and that was the start of me Lock Dog and the whole Mud Hole crew, the whole GHWP crew, and John Amos, RP John Amos, Otis Redding, RP Otis Redding III. That was our start into the studio.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
Otis was learning He was going from the ADAT system with the reels and all that into the digital space, and he was learning, practicing us, recording our first recordings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Otis Redding III, man.
Otis Redding III.
So I got a rich history in the music community within making, man. I don't know why I don't really talk about it a lot, man. But it's like one of those things, if you know, you know.
Right. So, because here's the thing because me being from Macon as well, and knowing
went out, man.
Yeah. So that's the thing. You got to keep it.
I got to keep it lit.
You got to keep it lit. Got to keep talking on it. But with cigars, that happen also. Like you could be smoking a cigar.
I need to pull it. I just need to torch it again.
Same thing. Like you can pull it as you're torching. Yeah. Make your Yeah, like really give it a good toke. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, knowing the history of Macon and the music industry, I always say that Macon is, I want to say the forgotten,
definitely the forgotten city,
forgotten Motown during, you know what I'm saying? Like it was all the artists had and did come through Macon. The Otis Redding, the James Brown, Little Richard is from there.
Allman Brothers,
Lena Horne, like they all passed through there. You know what I mean? If they was coming from the west, coming to the east, Macon was a destination that they came through as well. Yeah.
Yep.
So my question was always, what happened? Like, so why isn't it in the history books talked about as much as Motown?
There could be several reasons. I think it was designed that way because once they coined Atlanta the Mecca of Southern music, everything else just kind of became irrelevant.
Okay.
And even when you hear celebrities mention Macon, they refer to us as that small country town. And I cringe when I hear that, man. It's because if it weren't for us, it wouldn't be a lot of y'all.
Right.
That's what I be thinking in my mind. But I ain't.
Because the Chitlin circuit.
Right.
Like the Chitlin circuit was like Macon was in that Chitlin circuit.
Right. And I just think we get treated like that red-headed stepchild. And I will say that we have had some missteps as far as like how we represented ourselves along the way. Gaining that like kind of negative stigma. And a lot of people, just to be honest, a lot of people are afraid of us, man.
Why's that?
I mean, just making with the stigma that comes with it, violence and the streets, and which that's the element of it. But it's also a rich musical history, and people just kind of overlook that because the crime and all that kind of supersedes in this day and age supersedes the musical legacy. Yeah, right.
So fast forward into that, like you were just saying with the.
Am I doing this right, man?
You got to pull it.
I got to pull it.
Put them cheeks. I didn't want to say it like that. Put them cheeks in it. But
Pause.
Yeah, you got to really pull the smoke in, man. You got to really really trying.
I'm trying not to inhale it.
Well, again, this is taking it in and then blowing out your nose.
Yeah,
slowly. That's really all it really is. So Macon does have that history of the violence from the younger generation and everything that goes along with it. So a lot of the entertainers of, like they say, the past 20 years, yourself, the Underland, and other artists that came out of Macon. Now y'all are, it got passed down to you guys, right?
You're right.
So what were you guys doing back then and doing now to try and okay, we gotta keep making on the map. We gotta let people know who we are and what we're doing and things like that.
I think just the consistency with the music and the progression of the art over the years. Like we started out like we was in the trap. We turned the trap into the studio, and we didn't know nothing about like acoustics and soundproofing. So we had the board, the 16 track board, with the cord running from that one room into the bathroom, no insulation. Yeah. So all those early recordings you can find on CDs, they floating around. Like people will pay like, I've seen people offer like $50 for one CD just to find that old stuff. Like literally, because it's like a cult classic. But you can hear the hollowness in how we was recording. just the unprofessionalism in the mix. Once we got in the mud hole, now stuff that we did with Otis Redding and John Amos, that was pretty clean. But still, you can tell the difference from then to now as far as like sound quality with the advancement of technology. I think just the progression of the art and just keeping the art form alive and the community alive, and that's what we've done. I know I personally had a mission to do that, and I feel like I've been one of the most consistent from the area since I started, man. Yeah, just keeping that. I don't necessarily scream making every time I touch a mic or put something out, but I just think the essence of what it is I carry with me, and people know that, and it resonates with people. So who are some of the artists that are really making a big name for themselves, or who have been making the name for themselves down there in the area? Yeah. Man, you trying to get me in trouble, man? Every time I go start naming people, I always forget somebody.
Okay, we're just saying,
as a present day, you got Mike Clark Jr. who's doing the
Southern Soul.
Yeah, Southern Soul movement, real heavy in that. I had a chance to write for Mike. He just released a deluxe project of his, which I got to write on a song called Treasure on his album, so go check that out.
Okay.
Lamar Williams Jr. Just that blues. His dad was in the Allman Brothers. I grew up with him. Shout out his sister Marla. Shout out Erica. Shout out Miss Williams.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of people making like heavy noise quietly. I mean, not necessarily screaming, making, but it's just a lot of people who are keeping the legacy going.
Well, that was always my thing when it came to not just the music industry down there, but just the entertainment industry down there. Period. Is that the media side of it was never that strong. Like we have people within making that knows things. But then what's happening with the campaign to show people outside of making what's happening?
It's a lot of politics when you talk about like when you say media. I'm assuming you mean like radio and all of that.
Radio, TV,
it's a lot of politics, and I don't know. I really never got into that. I have had like some minor success with radio as far as like in the area regionally, but I never made that like a sole focus of mine. I'm more so touching the people in the streets, and like basically with me it's always been like a if you know type of thing. But I think the more work that I put in over the years has gained me notoriety outside of the area. And if you just tuning in, if you just get familiar with me, I would say stay tuned for the ride, because some interesting things are going to be happening soon.
So you talked about the rap, and you even said you start off with gospel music. So they ain't rapping in gospel music back in the day with your brother.
No sir.
So that means you were doing a little bit of harmonizing, vocalizing.
Yeah, that old Southern Baptist, them quartet harmonies, I know them, but
So now we're getting into present day, what you into now, which is R&B. And so you start off with the church, love for hip hop, rap groups, things like that, and you went back to R&B.
Yeah. So hip hop is still my first love. So just a side note, my mama had me very young. She had me when she was 15.
Okay.
And so when she was coming along, like hip hop was like really emerging, and so that was her music.
Right.
So my grandmother was soul, blues, Wilson Pickett, Georgia Mass Choir, all that is my grandmama. So that's who I spent my days with, while my mom was at school or working or whatever.
Okay.
And then I was with my mama. She was heavy on hip hop.
Okay.
So that was her music. She was literally growing up with me. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm in the car with my mama, I'm hearing Curtis Blow, Run DMC, LL Cool J, Fat Boys, all of that. So I'm like, man, what is this? And I'm falling in love with that. So that became my first love. But just getting back to the music, it started off as a dare. Shout out my brother, Goody Supreme. He would always say, man, because every now and then I would sing a hook or something. He was like, man, you need to do an R&B album. I'm like, man, people don't want to hear that from me. My name is Billie Slum. How are people gonna take that as an R&B artist? How people gonna take that? Should I change my name? Should I change my whole get down? But then I was like, well, you know what? I can embody both because that's what I've been doing. So I feel like I'm from that branch of a CeeLo Green or even a Pimp C, Nate Dogg. I feel like I'm from that branch. I just took it a step further and just really put out an R&B project, and that's when I started gaining traction and started getting shows and playing with the band and going all these different places. I'm like, okay, I like this, and it was fun.
Right. So, have you ever thought about getting into the Southern Soul stuff, or are you just staying strictly R&B? Or
so I'm gonna tell on myself.
What's the difference between the two?
So Southern Soul is more so like is rooted in blues, but it also has like a touch of like that country music feel. But it's kind of rooted in blues and just like that quartet melodies type of thing. Like, so that has a gospel aspect to it.
Yeah.
And fun fact, before shout out to the boy Snap, man. Snap approached me years ago. Snap is one of the managers for Mike Clark Jr.
Okay.
He approached me years ago, like, man, have you ever thought about doing Southern Soul? And me at the time, I was just so caught up into this rap image, and I was like, nah, that ain't me.
Even when you was doing R&B?
Yeah.
Like, he approached you, so you were doing R&B.
Yeah, he approached me before they actually discovered Mike Clark.
Oh, okay.
He approached me and said, you ever thought about doing Southern Soul? And I was like, I don't think that's me. But see, at the time, I didn't have a clear understanding of what Southern Soul was. And then I discovered artists like King George and that relate more to my style of my delivery of music. So I thought it was just all like line dancing. I'm like, I ain't no dancing type of cat. You know what I'm saying? I really come from the streets, man. And I passed up on a situation because before that, because a label executive wanted me to do Snap music when Snap music was in.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, that's not me.
That's not you either. Yeah.
It's definitely not me. 100% not me. But as I developed a more understanding of the Southern Soul movement and just tapping in and listening to, because you got to study the art form in order to write for an artist. You got to study what it is. Right. So as I delved more into the Southern Soul, and then I actually sat down with Snap, he actually gave me a breakdown of what it is. And I'm like, okay, you might see some stuff soon. Okay. I said all that to say that you might see some stuff soon. So he issued a challenge to me to do at least one.
Okay.
So we'll see where it goes.
Okay. So you still dabble into the hip hop as well, but you're doing mostly R&B now. You traveling with a band?
Traveling with the band. Shout out to Blueprint, Kenneth Devon, Kenny Pratt, the whole squad, man. I don't want to name nobody because I start forgetting people. Right. But I linked up with the band, and I think I was one of the first in my area to be really just out there pushing, doing shows with the live band. So I brought that element to the city. I'm not saying I'm the first, but I'm sort of like, as far as like a hip hop artist who crossed over into it,
right?
And started doing shows outside of Macon with the live band. That was okay. I'm gonna give that to myself.
So y'all pretty booked up when y'all doing stuff?
Yeah, we do corporate events. We'll do private parties. A lot of times, it's a lot of private parties, a lot of private bookings, and some corporate events. We got an event today. Of course, this is going to air after the fact, but the event today is at Tatnall Square Park in Macon. So we'll be doing a live event there this evening. So I got to head back once we wrap up here. And it's a lot of little stuff we do, and I get to incorporate. A lot of those people, they want to hear like the covers. They want to hear like the old, R&B music, 90s R&B music.
Yeah.
But I always kind of incorporate my original music in those sets.
Yeah, and I've been to a show.
Yeah, and that's how I began to, get more fans.
Right. So you ain't doing that cigar justice, brother.
Oh, my bad. I need to light it up some more.
Yeah, just light it up. Okay. But I mean, you talking, so that's the reason why. So, but when you start seeing it, like, it might be going out. Yeah, that's good.
Cool.
What was we gonna do? Oh, so you was saying earlier that you really don't like having your back to the window and stuff like that. You said
that's a trauma response, man. I learned that in therapy.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm glad you. Okay, so before we get into the therapy part, So what was it that was happening in Macon that trying to like the trauma that caused that? Were you into a lot of bad things happen when you was in Macon, or is it just what?
Childhood, bro. It started early for me. Like my grandmother's, rest her soul, she had a boyfriend that she broke up with because they was going through whatever. And he was one of the types that if I can't have you, nobody can't have you. Mm-hmm. So I remember being a small child and this man coming through Bird City, the projects where we was living at the time, and shooting up the house.
Wow.
While I was in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So that's one of my first earliest memories is a traumatic memory. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he was trying to scare her or he was actually trying to kill us, but he knew I was there and she kept me while my mom was at work. Mm-hmm. And I just remember, I didn't know what was happening. I just remember hearing loud noises and I saw the change in my grandmother's expression. Mm-hmm. I might have been 3, maybe 4, but I remember that vividly. So that was one of my earliest memories. It's like a traumatic experience, man. And then just from there, of course, my mama went through some things, relationship wise, and just kind of having to go here to there and through my own growing up and getting my own relationships. I was a father early and just being introduced to the streets without a whole lot of guidance and getting caught up in the gang culture, the drug culture. Right. I seen and experienced a lot at a young age, and I was forced to grow up fast, man. I was one of the first out of the homies to have a kid and just forced to be responsible. And that actually saved my life. Now that I look back and think on it, that saved my life, man. But
so you was able to grow up real fast.
I grew up real fast, and my first child was a special needs child, so she spent a lot of time in ambulances and hospitals. So a lot of times I would be at the hospital at the emergency room and come back to the block. They done had a shootout or the police done raided. So it's like this child is really like inadvertently saving my life, like literally. Right. So yeah, just it's so many stories we can get into, man. But I done seen it all, did it all, bro. Yeah.
So going to the therapy part, right? So all the trauma and stuff like that you say you was going through and all the things you experienced. So what was it like? What you ain't got to go into detail, but what was it like when you finally made that decision? Like, okay, I think I need to go get therapy. And how long ago was that?
I started therapy maybe about now we may be looking at 2020. Shout out to Hollywood. I always shout out Hollywood. She felt like I needed to talk to somebody because I'm the type of person I would hold everything in. Yeah. And then you press the wrong button and I'm blowing. I'm blowing up. So I finally decided to go and talk to somebody because I knew that I had a lot of internal stuff that I needed to get out. My first therapist. So anybody out there who's considering therapy, the key to therapy for it to be successful is to find someone who's compatible with you and your personality and your learning style, right? So my first therapist, a great lady, I won't call her name, but she was a Caucasian lady. Shout out to her. She was great, but she could not relate to my experiences as a black man. So that was a failed attempt. She didn't really get anywhere with me. I had that wall up, of course, but then I was introduced to another therapist. Shout out Miss Andrea Cook. She introduced me to another therapist, a black woman who covered some heavy ground with me, man. It took some time for me to get used to it and open up and be willing to openly share about stuff that I've been through. And actually, it might have took a year and a half before I finally just opened up to it. We were just doing like surface level stuff, right? And then once I felt that I could trust her, because black men, we don't say this enough, but we do have a need to feel safe, just like women. Yeah. So black men, we need to feel safe too. And then once we feel safe, we can share with you and open up and begin to heal. So that really started the healing process for me, just doing that whole therapy mission, man. So shout out to Miss T. She one of the dopest. And if you know her, you know. But she got through to me. She helped me to kind of reset and change my mindset. And man, it's like a whole new world for me now.
So I'm pretty sure there was exercises and things like that, recognizing certain triggers and things like that. So now when you go out there and you navigating through life, like, are you able to like recognize things ahead of time and be like, okay, I know not to do that or say that or be around here?
The biggest thing I learned was me. and what sets me off. And I've learned how to alter how I respond to certain situations, because you can't control other people. You can only control you.
Right.
So I've learned how to assess situations, and I've always been like the type of person to analyze and assess and observe in my surroundings, but my mindset was still on street time. You know, so my assessment is being prepared to go if something happens. So now my assessment is like, okay, what's the alternative? What's the alternative to handling this situation? Everything don't have to be met with aggression.
Right.
Everything don't have to be. It's a thinking game. You got to really think about the situations at hand and the possible outcomes. And if I do this, and that's gonna come with this. If I do that, that's gonna come with this. So it's really just a thinking game. Just learning how to think and really just monitor your response and the possible outcomes.
Oh, okay. So now that you're navigating, you know, life a lot better, obviously we're all getting a lot older now. So what are some of the changes in yourself that you realize, like, man, from that old Billie Slum, younger Billie Slum, to like the older one, that you was just like, you know what, I need to do this and do that? And like, what's that mindset like as you're getting older and trying to still pursue the career, the music? And you know, I'm pretty sure, you know, like you said, your music your love for hip hop music is still there. So now when you're writing and going into the booth and stuff like that, man, where is that? And after having all of the work and therapy and stuff like that, man, so how do you go back to that pen and start writing again? Like, what are you writing about? Like,
it gets my mind more clear, more open. So a lot of things I would not write about years ago, I've written about since, and that's all because of therapy.
Okay.
I got a record with myself and Goody Supreme. Shout out Goody. It's called 594, where I talk about my oldest child and her diagnosis and how that she saved me from the streets, and just dealing with her on a day-to-day basis, and some of the challenges she faced. That's something I would have never written about that openly. I've touched on it before, but just written about it that openly before I wouldn't have did that before therapy.
Right.
And how it made me feel, and tears I've had to cry, and you know, just, I don't know, stretching my arms to God and saying, Lord, why my child? You know what I mean? That type of thing, and things you have to deal with. But before therapy, I want to have been that open.
So, because that's the one thing, like you touched on earlier, man, about black men, is that we hold so much in, and
because you don't feel safe, man. If you look at social media, man, it's women bashing men bashing women. So like, and if anything that a man does that shows any type of vulnerability is met with, oh, he's sassy. Right. That's a new thing that they call you when you open
sassy?
Up. Yeah.
Calling a man sassy.
Man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
so
right. See, I'm not on social media.
Yeah. So if you subscribe to that and you constantly seeing that makes you feel like you just got to be stoic 24/7, and it's just like it's on site. You train to go. And that's not reality, man. You know, man, we feel things. We go through emotions. We go through heartbreak. We go through hurt. And it's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't make you any less of a man.
Yeah.
But that's something I had to learn.
And that's the thing, like, to let some of that trauma go or release doesn't always have to be in the public's eye. You know what I'm saying? You can find activities that you can go off and do just to release whatever you need to release, and then come back to the world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whether it
just so happens for me, what I do is in the public eye, because I'm gonna put it on wax and I'm gonna talk about it. That's my release form. Right. So,
and the more truthful you are, the more people will feel your music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So so yeah, man. So you know, I've been a fan for a very long time, and I'm waiting for the Southern Soul project to come out, because I want to see.
You want to see where I take it?
Yeah, because knowing your music from the past and knowing you personally, and just knowing like I know you know how to tell a great story. Yeah. Some of the Southern Soul stuff that I've heard before, I'm gonna be honest, some of the lyrics are very
elementary.
Yeah. I don't want to say anything bad about the artists and their writing style. That's not what I'm not bashing that. I'm just saying,
I mean, if you look
be a little bit more clever about certain stuff, innuendos and things, like a lot of the stuff that I hear is just kind of like real basic, to the point like, well, I'm just
So
I here just cheating on my girl, and
yeah, that's the essence of Southern soul, man. It's very simplistic. It's all about the melody. It's all about the musicality of it. The hint of country with a hint of like Southern quartet gospel, and a hint of like a little bit of country, and people just want to dance and like.
Cause see, that's something that I've like. I'm not completely into the music, but the stuff that I hear on the radios and the commercial stuff.
Now some of it is kind of like bubblegum and trendy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I find it to be, lack of a better word, like real. I like when I listen to the lyrics. A lot of it very comedic. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the one about my side piece and all that kind of stuff. And it's like it's stuff that. Like you find it funny to say if you said it out loud to, you know what I'm saying? So to hear you saying you going into that, I was just like, you're a very deep brother. So if you're taking your consciousness into the Southern soul,
I'm gonna feel my way through it, and I'm gonna try to. I ain't gonna put it out till I feel like it's
genuine, like
it's really me. It represents me. So yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. So I can't let you go without, because y'all don't know this. This man is very funny. He is a comedian. You're acting, the characters that you do, you was in plays. So how you navigating that? Are you into any projects?
So
what you got going on?
Again, shout out my brother, shout out Luminous Concept, shout out Lock Dog. I had a small part in the Trust Issues movie, a very small part, but the acting bug has always been in me, like these characters I do, and you'll be seeing a lot more of that soon too. So they just put out Loyalty of the Blood, which is a series. They didn't crack the code on like getting these productions onto these major platforms where people can have access and see what we have to offer.
Right.
Locke wanted to cast me in some stuff previously, but I told him I didn't want to go the typical rapper route. When rapper turn actor, they gonna have you playing a gangster street guy.
Yeah.
Let's come different. I'm always gonna think left field and try to think forward. So you'll see some comedy. You'll see some.
So when you gonna introduce? What's the character you did that one project we did? What was his name? You were playing the older guy. You doing the
Man, I have some men I forget, man.
God, I gotta go back to my hard drive and find it. Anyway, when you, because I was waiting for, because at one point in time we were supposed to do something more with that character, and things got in the way and we wasn't able to finish the project. Yeah, man, it's
all right, man.
Okay, so now you starting to feel it. Yeah. You got to get you a couple more when you. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm smoking it right still.
Yeah. You good with it? Yeah, you good with it? Yeah, just puff on it. Yeah. Like I said, it's really good with the. When I like the taste of it. Yeah. When I'm at home, my go-to drink to pair with that is a nice sweet, like I won't say sweet, but a nice well, you could do a bourbon, but I do it with rum. I like a good rum with that. Rum. Yeah.
So my drink of choice is whiskey.
Yeah.
Like what we had next door.
Yeah.
I don't want to shout out no names because y'all ain't paying us.
You're right. But yeah, that's the one thing that really I say that'll be the next step if you know, for anybody that's in the cigars.
Get into it for real.
That's the next thing you want to do is look at like pair it with a nice drink so that you could really get the full, because a lot of the drinks, to be honest with you, enhance the flavor a lot better. Yeah. So if you tasting that's why I was just like if you're in the coffee.
I like this, man.
If you drink a nice mocha coffee or something with that, it enhance the flavor a lot more. But usually I drink like my the rum with it or a red wine. Just a nice chill, laid back.
Man.
Yeah. Just sit back and chill, man. You know, I ain't trying to get too crazy, turn up and all that kind of stuff. You know, sit in my backyard, listen to some music, and just smoke a cigar and just call it a day, man. You know,
this is real player, man. Real player vibes.
Well, so what you got in store, man? Like what's in the future besides the Southern Soul?
Definitely more R&B. I actually got a new single that's going to be releasing this Tuesday. Again, I don't know when this airs, but Tuesday should be the 30th. Is that the 30th?
Tuesday 30th, yeah.
Yeah. Should be the 30th. Myself, Crad, shout out to boy Nige, Terrius, Michael Banks. We did a remake of Drew Hill's Beauty.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be releasing on all platforms Tuesday, and we put our own little spin on it, so you'll see how it turns out. And it started as a so Megan has the 478 Awards now, right?
Okay.
Which that's coming up in October, and myself and the camp that I started with, we're being nominated for a Lifetime Achievement Award. So we'll receive that 478 Awards this year. I'm also nominated for Male Singer of the Year. And that's cool. I'm happy to be acknowledged. But to say it out, to say every year when the 478 Awards comes around, people start doing ciphers. There's all these rap ciphers and people showing off their skill set. So shout out to the boy Craig. He said this year we're gonna do an R&B cipher. Okay. And so that's what it turned into, like our own rendition of. And they chose Beauty. We put a little spin on it. So you'll see if you're interested. Again, Tuesday. Just type in, Billie Slum, Beauty, or Crab.
I would say this will probably come out probably a little bit after that. But if you send me the link to where they can watch that, then I can put that in the video.
For sure.
Then we could just say, hey, here, link here.
Link it. Go check it out. Yeah. So that I told Snap I would deliver him some Southern Soul music. I won't say a whole project, but maybe a couple songs, and let's see where it goes. And if it's not me, then of course I write for artists, so it may end up on another release. So I'm proud for 2025 for my writings to come out on a major label release. So again, shout out to Mike Clark Jr. and they whole camp for allowing me the opportunity to bring some of my music alive. So.
Okay, all right, cool, man. Well, we're definitely gonna be listening out for that, man.
Yeah, that's already out. So the name of the song that I wrote is called Treasure. Is on his Keep On Steppin' Deluxe Edition album. He just re-released it a couple weeks ago, but that song is a bonus track on there. It's called Treasure.
Okay.
So that along with my podcast, Goldmine Mondays.
Goldmine Mondays,
Yep. We just talk about life and music, man. Anybody who's influential around my area who I've doesn't have to be like regional, but anybody I've come in contact with across my journey, I want to talk to those people. We're just gonna talk life and music, man. So be sure to check that out as well.
I guess when I get big enough, you can invite me on.
Yeah, man, you got to come through. I mean, you're really the origin of Goldmine Mondays.
Yeah,
man.
I ain't want to say nothing, but
man, the greatest, man, the great Jay Sims was the origin of Goldmine Mondays, man, and we had some fun, man. R.I.P. DJ Soul, man. Yeah, man, my guy, man. I was thinking about him the other day, R.I.P. Soul, man.
Soul.
Yeah, bro.
We had a nice clip back back then, man.
For sure.
Cook,
shout out to Reverend Cook.
Oh man, Soul. We was doing some things back then, man.
Yeah, man, you did. I feel like my biggest interview to date.
Big Rude, bro.
Big Rude.
Yeah.
Dungeon Family.
You had recently uploaded that again. Yeah. I had seen it. Yeah.
I reposted it. We did Alien Craft, but Big Rude, man. That's one of my childhood idols, man. And to be able to execute that with my dog, man, that meant a lot to me, man. So man. So we gonna definitely do another part 2 to this, man. We should. Part 2 is gonna be when I come on to the Goldmine Monday. Okay.
And we're gonna get into some
pull
more
on
stuff.
Pull up on me. Pull up on me.
See what y'all go. Cause he kicked me off the project, man. He was like,
man, I did not, man. You kicked me out.
So it was just like one of those things, man. But
definitely more music. Still pushing my current R&B project. It's called Satin Sheets. I did release a hip hop project this year on my birthday back in March. It's called Black Sheep. So be sure to check that out as well. I got a couple live performance visuals from that project on the internet, so you can search that as well.
Okay. So where can they hear your music? Like, you still got your website? Like, where is it? Just
music is on all wherever you listen to your music. Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music. Just type in Billie Slum, BILLIE space SLUM. You can follow me on TikTok at Billie Slum. My Instagram I tried to change my Instagram to Billie Slum. Some weirdos stole my name. So it's Slum World Order on Instagram. Follow me, I'll follow you back. But everywhere else is Billie Slum, and I'm definitely gonna follow back.
Right. And the relaunch of the clothing line.
It was called Slum Child Clothing at one point, but we rebranded it to Bare Essentials. So be on the lookout for that. hats, t-shirts, hoodies, you name it. We coming with it. So just stay tuned for that, and that'll be linked to the Gold Mine podcast. So when you start seeing that, you'll see that link in the bottom as well. So shop with me. Until then, you can feel free to DM me and we can get you your order.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah, man. This was dope, man. Yeah. I feel like a grown man, man.
Yeah. 19 keys.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
The Cigar Bank.
This is the Cigar Bank. Downtown McDonough, Georgia, man.
McDonough, Georgia.
Square. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Got a lot of good products.
Ain't too crowded.
Ain't too crowded.
It ain't that's crazy Atlanta traffic. You just pull on up and have a good time, man. I like that.
Yeah. A lot of good cigars in there, like upscale, and we're
staff,
really
staff
get
is
it.
Cool. Staff is player.
Yeah, man. Abby did it up, man.
Shout out Miss Abby again.
Yeah, man. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll hit you on another episode. Later.